Okay then, hello everyone. Welcome to Zelda Speedruns, and welcome to the Losers Bracket Round 5 of the No AM Rumble Tournament of Ocarina of Time between xxShawn and Tsundere. And joining me today, I'm Average Greg. Joining me today, Judo Garudo on commentary. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
So this should be a pretty good race. These two are pretty close in time. They're about a minute apart, roughly, in terms of PB. And they're both on different consoles, so it should be a really interesting match. So pretty close to getting started. Should be starting very, very shortly.
Awesome.
Okay, and they're off.
Go.
So the same as always for any Ocarina of Time race, you got a nice 3-minute intro to sit through before everything actually starts. But because you guys on different consoles, they'll be doing somewhat different routes. The early game and chart section is going to be a little bit different. They're going to do some different tech, but then in the adult section, they're going to be splitting off straight away and doing different things. And this is what I love about VC versus N64 races, that you get to see route differences and kind of show off just more about the game and more and kind of more stuff you can do in the game. So yeah. So Shawn's on VC and then Tsundere is on N64. So we won't really know who's ahead until they get to the second half of adult section, pretty much. Yeah, exactly. It's like Valiant said. About 40 minutes in, they'll be basically the same route from there. But we won't really know who's ahead or behind until that point, really. We can sort of make estimates, but it's kind of tricky to say exactly.
The difference between Shawn's VC route and Tsundere's N64 route is the only thing is after they become adults, Tsundere will go and get the bombs, Minuet of Forest, Magic, 3 things, and then do Shadow and Spirit Temple, while Shawn will do while Shawn will get the hook shot and go to Shadow right after becoming adult. Meet up at the Gerudo Valley.
Yeah, and also we can see some differences straight away in this little bit here. Shawn's going to be getting the sword and shield, and then Tsundere's going to get some rupees and buy some nuts and sticks instead. And that's because N64 can take advantage of a glitching bomb in the well to get bomb shoes faster, but it requires not using a sword though.
Yeah, you can't do that trick without you can't do it with a sword. This movement from Tsundere. I haven't seen this in a while, at least not for this category.
It depends on what he's doing. He's going West Escape or just going to go straight to Walking While Talking Escape instead.
Usually when he streams, he goes for West Escape in his attempts, but not sure what he's going to do in a race setting.
Yeah, he's going to get 2 sticks. He's probably going to go for West Escape.
Yeah, he is.
It is pretty fast. It's worth going for.
Yeah.
It is worth going for. And if you fail, you can always fall back and walk while talking, so it's not a big time loss. But you're going to see kind of the first major, not say major trick, but like a small trick coming up here from on Shawn, called Bridge Clip, where he's going to do a jump slash at the height of his jump to get on top of this bridge to get this blue rupee. Very nice. It's a 1-frame trick, but it's not too difficult. Alright, so Dory's going for this. Yeah, so he gets his West Escape. That's good. Ooh, early. So that's a shame, but again, not a big deal. We can come over here and do a backup. Looks like Shawn's gonna go straight for Pokey Escape and not bother going for a West.
A bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, like, West Escape, it's definitely more punishing on N64, because you have a sword and shield, so you can easily just fall back on this if you fail West, but I guess he doesn't fancy it right now. Or just do it normally, I guess, maybe. Yeah, so no aim run warp is no item manipulation. No item manipulation or run warping. And item manipulation is basically any glitch that allows you to mess with your inventory in some sort of way. So either get items without having to go get them when from no position. So, for example, getting songs without having to go learn them through glitches like bottle adventure and reverse bottle adventure and get item manipulation. And those glitches can be used to cut off a really big amount of time in this category, because you can just RBA medallions and gim light arrows and stuff like that instead. So all those kind of glitches are banned. And then run warping is any glitch that allows you to skip. Like we defined as any glitch that skips blue warp cutscenes, or can be run warped to another location. For example, run warping from the end of the Dunkus Cavern to Gorilla Training Grounds. So any glitch that allows you to do that is all banned, but everything else is allowed. So there are ways of skipping these owls. There's one in particular that VC can do, but it's not recommended doing a race, because if you fail it, then... Well, if you fail it late while doing it, then the time of day passes too much and you can't get inside the market. So I don't blame Shawn for not even thinking about going for it. There is one they can both do here. Shawn's going to be trying to do a West, a water extended super slide. Again, doing a recall of this fence, and Sidere is going to be doing a forward water extended super slide where he does a little small slide here to get past this owl. And this owl can't talk to you while in this sort of state, so you can just go right past him.
The reason this saves time is because you need to wait a full day-night cycle in order to you eventually end up waiting a full day and night cycle to get into guards. And so when you're talking to the owl, time doesn't pass. So when you do this owl skip, you not only skip the owl, but you also you use a precious time of day, so that you're not waiting around for the guards to open.
Yeah, so the big goal in this overall segment is to make time of day pass as quick as possible, so they don't have to wait as long for the for daytime. You need to be daytime to go to get at the end of the courtyard to get to Zelda. So without being daytime, they can't do that. So you need to wait for time of day to pass. Which is why it's important that they make it to market while it's still nighttime.
Both got a Kago dive into bottom of the well fairly cleanly. They're getting the N64 1.0 exclusive glitch successfully to manipulate, or not manipulate, but change Link's hitbox in a sort of way that allows you to flip in weird ways and really early. Or not really fast.
Yeah, Shawn unfortunately failed the Ocarina dive there, which is a bit unfortunate. It wastes about 30 seconds for this bubble to cycle around again. But it's not too big of a deal, really. I looked a bit late, but he got it though.
I think he got it. Good.
Yeah, so how the Ocarina dive works is you get what's called ISG, which is the Infinite Sword glitch. And while it's active, you can't pull off ledges. And when you shield damage in midair, you get a small hover, which we've seen a lot later on. We get a Spirit Temple. And with that small hover, you get it just on the edge of that little ground, and you can use the Ocarina and then fall off, and you'll just fall right through that little fake floor down to the basement. That West Shawn tried to do is faster by like a second or two or something like that. It's not really. It's not like a huge deal, but it does save like a few seconds. And we see these guys taking damage intentionally here. Shawn from the Void and then Tsundere from the Stout Children. And that's to set up a cutscene skip later on when they get Zelda's Lullaby. So they both want to get down to full heart here. As well as getting rupees on the bridge there, and in this box by Hylian Shield before going to dock. Everyone else skip there, talking to that sign outside Kakariko. Well, talking to the sign means that I can't talk to you. Peace and Durhagen have another outskip in Hyrule Castle, this time by pulling the stick to interrupt the owl talking to him. Very nice. And again, that part makes time of day pass faster. It's slower and technically in real time. It may look slower, but when you talk to the owl, time doesn't pass, so you want time of day to pass. You get a pretty clean seam walk to get our bounds up in this area here. Looks like Shawn went for another version of the owl skip, but just didn't get it. Or maybe he just didn't go for it. But that setup he did there was pretty much when he was it's time to skip the owl as well. And Tsundere went for the damage boost there, which is a lot scarier in N64 than it is on VC, because there's no backup in N64. If you fail it, you have to basically go get hearts and try again. But he gets it. And here we see him doing what looks like YOLO guards, which is pretty bold.
Yikes.
Yeah, so with guards, if you're on the they can't catch you unless you're on the ground for more than one frame. So you do frame perfect sight ops, then you can just go right past them and never catch you. But if they see you and you land for 2 or more frames, then they will catch you. So you have to be very, very confident in your ability to time sight ops. Shawn fails damage boost.
Ow.
That sucks.
Bigger
He's now
problem.
down to 2. He's down to 2, but also he can also do there's also a backup strat because VC.
On VC, you have the shield, which allows you to do a mega flip backup.
Oh gosh,
no.
Shawn. Okay, this is bad.
He didn't die. But
No, he didn't die, so he didn't take any more damage, which is good. But he's also
on 2 chews.
yeah. Oh my god,
No.
this is really bad. He's going to go for this unbuffered, but it's just not working out for him at all.
And now he's choosing the buffer.
Yeah, but he's already down so many chews.
Yeah.
He's going to be at 5 chews going to adult. So he'll have 1 single chew for Spirit Hover later on.
Is that even if he does? Is that even if he skips the Hess in CAC?
You have to skip ahead. You have to. It means skipping the Hess. It'd be 2 for Shadow Temple and 2 for DC. So 4 overall, and then 1 left to do Spirit Hover with. Because you do need at least 1 chew to Spirit Hover, unless he wants to do the Hess and skip Spirit Hover, which I don't think is worth it. Not one bit. Let me save 10 seconds now so I can lose 3 minutes later. He's gonna go for this one on the right side. I don't trust this right side at all. Okay, luckily the guard was a bit slow on that side, so he was alright.
If the guard is before the halfway point on that last hedge, then he won't see you and you can just walk right past him. But I think the halfway point is like the B and still get by you.
Yeah, it's a little bit scary. He can catch you when he's at the little halfway point, even before that, I think. That's true, Dawnbrenner. He could get GTG chews, which normally I wouldn't recommend, but if he might need to get them. Maybe not. Like you could do Spirit with 1 chew. It's just really annoying and slow. You can definitely do it.
So it looks like Shawn does not like that idea.
No. Alright, well, Sindero is done with talking to Zelda. He's now going for this cutscene skip.
Buffered.
Gets it. Very nice.
So Sundari died right as he entered the cutscene trigger, and in this game, songs, they give you the song right when the cutscene starts. So you enter the cutscene and die, so you get the song.
A quick pit stop at this the shop to get this Hylian shield, and then gonna go straight to Temple of Time to go get a Master Sword.
I am wrong warp is item manipulation and wrong warp. So I am is a blanket term for any glitch that allows you to influence your or item count or piece count, whatever. And wrong warp is self-explanatory.
Sindari gets crushed by the door.
Frame, you just press left too early.
Yeah, since that's usually how that one makes that happen. Go for buffer this time, makes sense.
Yeah.
You're buffering the left input as well. Gotta make perfectly sure he's not gonna fall behind.
Yeah, you don't want to die there.
Yeah, definitely not.
Shawn gets the cutscene skip.
Yeah, the benefit of having a shield there is you can do that version of cutscene skip instead, which is, I believe, a bit faster and also just a lot easier. So unfortunately we have to sit through this long 4-minute cutscene to get the Master Sword, but this will be the last major cutscene for a while.
And this is your bathroom break opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
Sean's about to do door time skip again, again. So 64, it's a frame perfect input to target the door time. But since Sean has the sword and shield, he can that allows for 2 working frames if you do the right adjustment.
Very nice, very quick dot skip.
Radio.
Alright, so Sindoro has a lead of about minute 30 roughly. Going to adult, maybe actually more than that, minute 40 or so.
This is the end of where their routes are the same. So after this cutscene, they'll split off and
Yeah, so you guys see both these guys going to Kakariko so they have control, but whereas Sean's gonna go in the graveyard, so Derek's gonna go straight to Death Mountain Trail to go get bombs. And the main reason of going out of N64 going to get bombs first is because they can take advantage of a 1.0 exclusive glitch in Shadow Temple to get a quick kill on Bongo, which we'll see later on. As well as that, just having extra bombs early means you can save time doing extra like movement tech, extra hesses around the world to save time. Alright, so almost out of the cutscene on Sindoro's side. He'll be getting control back in about 15 seconds or so. Sean's gonna have like 2 minutes or so in this cutscene, unfortunately, so...
Sean's the halfway point. The door time is still blocked. You save, and when you save warp as adults outside of dungeons, you'll just appear at the Temple of Time in front of the door. So that and get out. Yeah, Sean has 5 shoes.
Yeah, he's got 5 shoes, yeah. So he's shoe perfect. Yeah, he's got one shot as very hard to unlock his camera.
it's just Sundari gets the Hess to saves about 7 seconds. Oh, he falls off a little bit.
It's pretty decent. It still saves time. How common is the Hess to DC from Bomber Death Mountain Trail on N64? Is it common at all to go through? Or?
I think among the higher level or higher timed runners, I think it's pretty common. It's not too hard with that setup, and that saves the most time out of all the shoot houses you could do. Top 17 and under, they usually go for it.
Yeah, I'm curious because, like, obviously we don't do it on VC because you want to preserve your chew count and you've got bombs at that point. So,
some VC players do the chew S to graveyard.
Yeah, top level VC players, you do use a chew in Kakariko that has to graveyard. Even though it would freeze forever. So. Spirit Jump is done if there is a strat. There is a round S64 where you can do DC Hover instead, which uses all your bomb chews to get to bombs early, or to get bombs faster. But you have no bomb chews for Spirit Hover, obviously, so you have to do Spirit Jump instead. I think it was timed to be like 30 seconds faster than that, maybe more than that. I could be wrong, but it's really difficult.
Shawn entering Danfei's grave to race him to get the hook shot. See what kind of time he gets.
Yeah, get your predictions in now. I'm gonna guess a solid 47.
I don't think Danfei's gonna be nice. I'm gonna say 50.
Oof. Nice dodge from Shawn there, right into that flame. Oh, unfortunate.
Alright.
Alright, so my 47 gets out the window for sure.
Oh, my 50 might be out the window.
Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, it is.
This is rough. This is a rough race. Oof. Alright, this is looking to be like a 52 or something.
Usually like 13 after the jump slash up, so maybe like 55.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, 55. Good call. Alright, in the meantime, Zendoro's got his bombs from DC. He's now on his way to get magic, which is the only thing we needed Zelda's Lullaby for. You can't get magic without ZL, so the only reason we should go to get ZL was because of this. And also, yeah, I guess that's something. But also, you use ZL to get, if you fail Spirit Hover, you can use it to get a key in Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
Very good RNG from Sinduro. Those wall chillers turn a random pattern and they see you knock you off, so very nice. Alright, so Shawn's comparing to Shadow Temple now using a trick called hookshot jump, which I still can never explain how this works. It just works. So it's something about preserving velocity and then using it to get a big boost upwards, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it's beyond me as well. It has something to do with the weird state Link is in. You know, if you pull hookshot out of a bonk.
Pretty good seam walk from Shawn, very clean. That was nice. So that seam walk is not as easy as it looks. It can be, you can get stuck in a lot of places there and have to maneuver your way out of them. But that's another use of the Infinite Sword, which we saw earlier from Shawn, where because he can't fall off ledges, it makes navigating that seam a lot easier. Without ISG, navigating that seam is a real tightrope. You could just fall off either back into the graveyard or fall out of bounds and die. So, not fun. But extra safe here with getting both these hearts. Good spawn from Dead Hand. He wants Dead Hand to spawn outside of his little circle of hands because it makes this one cycle a lot easier. Otherwise you have to lure him out or kill one of the hands.
Well, Sundari just got magic and he's going to Minuetta Forest so he can warp there. So he can warp the Forest Temple later on in the run. Make a flip.
Thanks, Shawn. I'm glad he decided to save because he has a very limited chew count here, and wasting any one of these is a reset basically. Gets a mega flip though, and he's out of bounds. So this is a trick called Boat Skip. This used to be a much harder trick. I had a much harder setup for this, but this was found early last year, and basically you do a mega flip off that chew, and then you can clip out of bounds. And this unloaded room is the room with the boss door in it that entered the dungeon. And here you can do a ledge clip into a damage boost to get into the boss door without the boss key, and skip the entire dungeon. That's a very, very clean BK skip from Shawn.
Yeah, nice.
No wasted pauses at all.
This is where Virtual Console loses about 25 seconds to the. Shawn has to go into the little hole. Of Bongo coming out and kill him. C4 doesn't have to do that.
Yeah, when Sadura gets to this fight, you'll see him do a trick to skip this opening cutscene, and it's basically this entire part of this fight. It's a very, very clean Shadow Temple from Shawn. Very good Dead Hand cycle. Very good boat skip and BK skip.
Sundari got Minuetta Forest with the same skip as Zelda's Lullaby. He entered the cutscene at the same moment as he died. So he enters a cutscene, gets the song, dies. Nice save.
Very nice save, yeah. He's like talking that sign there, which made him, which changed his angle a bit too much. Managed to give it back in. Very, very nice. Here he's going to be farming for bombs in his grass. Gets no bomb drops, unfortunately. Luckily, there's a pot in Danpei's grave, which always has a bomb drop in it, so you can always just get that. Yeah. Need to. He ideally wants to be at 20 bombs, or as close to 20 bombs as he can be. Bomb count is kind of tight until you get to Spirit Temple, where you can refill from here until Spirit Temple, so you need a lot of bombs before that point. I think bomb count is a lot. Sorry, go on.
No, sorry, you go.
I'll say like I think bomb count is slightly tighter on VC, mainly because you don't get bombs early, so you can't afford to farm bombs at the grass or anything like that, or get that guaranteed drop there. But
yeah.
It's still pretty tight for N64 as well.
So if you go for all the tricks they use for most bombs. They're having a pretty good race.
Yeah. If he had gotten that jump slash up at the ledge first time, he would have got a 46 probably.
Yeah.
Very, very clean race. Yeah, there is a bomb where you can do in VC, which makes you bomb perfect. You can't Hess for the Dampe race at all because Dampe has his AI will basically he'll always slow down to if you get too far away from him, and he'll speed up if you get too far get too close to him. And if you go too far ahead, he just stops basically. He slows down and spins in circles, and then eventually goes out of bounds. So you can't Hess for the race, unfortunately. Even if you could, it wouldn't be recommended because that'd be really, really difficult Hess to do. And also, if you go too fast through the doors that open up, you usually get voided. So, not recommended. So they're getting really bad luck from that grass. Not getting a single bomb drop, which means Pokemon's going to be a little bit tight going forward.
He may or may not bomb drop after he finishes Shadow Temple.
Yeah, he could go. Yeah, he could go fishing on one. He wants to play it safe. Could always go back in the dead base grab and get another bomb drop as well. He wants to make a safe one.
On entering DC, as Sundari has a walk.
Yeah, Sundari's in there.
John's now doing what Sundari was doing right after he became adult. Just needs to get the bombs, magic, and
yeah, Shawn also picked up the heart container, which I think is pretty common for races. I'm not sure if Sundari will do the same or not.
it's recommended because it wastes 3 seconds or something like that. On the off chance you have to get hit by Ganondorf, you won't die. Another chance at Void Warp, like later on in the run.
Yeah, it's definitely the safer route you can take. If you're gonna get any heart container, it might as well be the Shadow one because it's a lot faster.
Yeah. Let's see if Sundari's boat skip goes as smoothly as Shawn's did.
Very nice mega flip, yep. Pretty clean. A BK skip.
He's opting to do the bomb variation, which saves a bomb chew.
This is the worst pause in the game right here, I'm pretty sure.
He has one
So
frame.
try to pause back to 1 frame. Yeah, so on the 64, this is the worst room in the game to pause buffer, I'm pretty sure. The lag is insane. And here is the exclusive glitch we were talking about earlier, where you can drop a bomb down that hole and start the fight early, and then the whole cutscene doesn't play of Bongo like coming at you. So then you can just kill him like that very quickly.
Yeah.
He did fail the 1 cycle. You can get a 1 cycle with crouch stabs there. You time them perfectly, but it's not too difficult. But he's missed like 1 or 2 at the end there. So you can get ISG before jumping on the hole if you really want to, but slower.
I think that the timing becomes a little more precise. Crouch jabs you do. I think at the beginning of the crouch jabs you have a little bit of leeway to crouch jab timing, but near the end you have a 2-frame window and that's it.
Shawn getting a bit unlucky of those Warchillers, choosing to not take any risk with those guys. Oh man.
Oh.
He could go start step on TMT, which made him lose his bomb there. That's a bit unfortunate. So he's down 1 bomb. Luckily, I'm pretty sure the route he does with bombs makes him not bomb perfect. But but losing a bomb is never good in this game. No cookie. Sidure is on N64 and Shawn is on VC. But it's at this point now where the routes start to meet up. Sidure is going to be safe warping that shadow and help the Spirit Temple, and Shawn's going to be doing the same thing after getting Minuet. So Sidure is ahead by about 2 minutes or so. Okay, looks like Sidure is going to get the bomb drops we're talking about for the Spirit Temple. I'm pretty sure that he's required to do this, so I think he has no explosives to actually make it there. Very nice, gets one instantly.
That's good enough.
Yeah, 15's fine. Also, did I mention that for the Minuet cutscene skip, you see these guys, after magic, managing their health down to get to half a heart, by taking damage from the Gold Sculpture, from the falls, and then loses this bomb here. Shawn not getting trolled by Mido skip. Oh, nice bomb drop. Nice bomb drop. Wow, you actually went for that.
They're now doing another Hess to Gerudo Valley so he can get the Spirit Temple.
Yeah, so Shadow Temple is pretty easy to get to. It's Gakariko, just a hook shot, very easy to get to. Spirit Temple is a little bit more trek. It's about 8 minutes or so to get there. Oh, Shawn.
Oh, Shawn.
So that's a bit unfortunate. He started up left to the right, so he had to use our position, and not the right cycle for that Moblin. Luckily enough, though, you got an extra bomb drop, so you can afford to waste an extra bomb here to damage down for skip.
They're going for another Hess across the Gerudo Bridge, using the equip hover boots. Hess speed, just barely get to the other side of the bridge. And
yeah, that's a little bit tricky to get because you got very little room to set up, and you also run next to a slope, and slopes are really bad for Hesses. They drop really easily, so it's kind of tricky. Oh god, I thought Shawn was going to dive into Moblin Club again.
Oh no,
that was so close. He was like on the right side, right next to the Moblin, like hammered down.
And Tsundere got ISG, so he can attempt this gate scare. It's been around for maybe a year or so, maybe a little less. He's gonna use 2 bombs to do what's called a ground clip past this Gerudo gate.
Very nice. And we'll probably see him go for Wasteland Hess here, which is a Hess through all of Wasteland, which, if you might remember, is an area with a lot of void zones and a very small path you can actually walk on. So it's one of the harder Hesses in the game for sure. You gotta really understand where to go, where you can and can't go, and how to maneuver your Hess. Oh, drops it halfway. I guess he did want to. I guess just for race safety, don't want to risk voiding out. Makes sense.
Yeah. He has plenty of explosives for Spirit Hover. Once he,
Yeah,
messed up.
Yeah, it should be. He's got more than explosives to make this work.
Well, Shawn. Test from Shawn. We'll be going for Sundari is going to attempt to do bombage and Bombchu hovering to the hands on the statue up there, so you can get the mirror shield without having to go all the way through Spirit Temple. Oh no! Alright, so Sundari is a little bit of a bad position on that last hover. Really unfortunate because he did the whole hover, but this is gonna set him back around. It's just the fact that he got Spirit Hover. And so this is going to give Shawn a chance to catch up, assuming he goes for it and gets Spirit Hover. So it looks like Sundari is going to have to go about getting various small keys, doing various puzzles in order to more or less intended way. His height was fine. His probably was just too far away from the seam, and the backflip just didn't cut it. So Shawn making his way through Wastelands. I didn't catch if he tried a Hess or not. I think he did because I believe he had 11 bombs. He's Let's see how Shawn's Spirit Hover fares. Far so good for Shawn. Since he only had one Bombchu, he has to do the rest of the hovers with regular bombs because they obviously take longer and you're more at risk for the Gwei getting you, but a little late on his hover there, so he as well is going to have to go through Spirit Temple the intended way, or he's going to have to go through Spirit Temple the slow way without Spirit Hover. He gets one bomb drop out of 2, which is fine. He's going to need them. Sundari climbing on top of the throne and jump slashing at the very top of the door, which through without having to fight the Iron Knuckle. And he's getting his mirror shield finally.
Hello? Hi.
Hey, you're back.
I'm back, sorry about that. Internet just completely crashed.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, looks like while I was gone, the rest went to shit. Looks like everyone just, because they both failed Spirit Hover, which is not fun.
Yeah, they both got pretty far into Spirit Hover too before failing. Sundari failed on the. Sundari had a bad backflip. He did the whole Spirit Hover, but just he failed the backflip, and he got like 2 hovers into the second hover and timed slightly. So.
Okay.
The door clip is not 1.0 exclusive. Can be done on any version.
Oh, did Sundari do the clip past the Iron Knuckle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Probably so
why.
he can.
I guess just for safety, I guess.
He wants to preserve his splits. So Sundari, after he got the mirror shield, he went to get 1 small key, and now he's doing time, which is his way of skipping the Spirit Temple boss key. So he's going to be doing a very convoluted setup in order to get past the very unforgiving geometry of this statue. Called hookshot extension to slightly extend Link's arm past the statue. Now that he's in here, he's going to do another ground clip the same way he did in or similar way. Skip, and he gets it.
That's a very, very fast statue climb for him.
Yeah, that was clean.
That clip is mainly a strap of safety, because if you die to the Iron Knuckle, then you go out to start the dungeon. Whereas if you clip through the door and fight him on the way back, then if you die to him, you spawn at the entrance to that room. So it's mostly a safety strap for new players. But also, it's good for race safety, and also it makes the split more accurate. You're skipping. But most of the time, if you fail Spirit Hover, you either reset or you skip the split. Sure, I'm actually missing this strap for this Anubis room. 1 heart, like, you have to be careful there. 1 hit from this BMOS will kill him. And you can't afford to avoid either. It's gonna be really, really careful here. Missed 1 Anubis, and also he's got the BMOS left, I think. Oh no, he dropped the bomb, okay.
So Sundari just fought Naburu Knuckle, or he clipped out of bounds right as a bomb he placed killed her. So Naburu gets freed, and Switch reloads the room, and the cutscene skips. Oh, Shawn getting the invisible hearts.
I always forget these chests to hit. I didn't realize they had hearts in them. I thought they were like rupees or something like that.
Yeah, I only realized they were there when I saw some random people doing it.
Yeah, I never knew that either. It's like Shawn's also going for this door clip.
I'd want to be as safe as possible. In Shawn's.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Making a race, I think it's perfectly fine to do that, just to play it safe. You don't want to do the entirety of Spirit Temple over again. Meanwhile, Sundari is fighting Twin Rover, which is pretty RNG heavy boss. You can manipulate her RNG as they fly around, but you can still get trolled pretty heavily if you're not careful. Like this, for example, here, these other priests are actually pretty good planning for him so far. But ideally, you want them to do what they're doing right now, which is get a double.
Ooh, nice.
Where they fly from the same spot twice in a row, and that saves them flying around new spots.
Where's the other one?
I'm on the right side, on the right side platform. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah.
A little bit unfortunate.
That's the RNG thing. They can
Sean
fire
getting this
from
key.
anywhere.
Sean's getting the key, but doesn't actually need it to open the door.
Oh, what? Oh no.
I guess just muscle memory of going to get it.
Doesn't surprise me.
Alright, he's out the first fight, he's super over. Oh, he's about to get troll cycle.
Realizing right now.
He's gonna get troll cycle. She didn't move.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you can get double even after you would hit her 4 times, that's the end of it. But she can also, if she stays in the in the same spot, she can fire again. And even though it's supposed to advance the next cycle, you can get a troll cycle like that. And that's like what happened to Sundari. That he jumped off thinking it was the end of it, but then got a troll cycle instead.
Hey, Shawn.
Unfortunate.
Is statue climb? You clean?
Very nice, doing setup extra extension.
So we'll see whether or not Shawn decides to go for this cutscene skip as Sundari did. Then you have to go through the whole temple again. You don't have to do everything you did because you did it. But if you die here, all the way back and do statue climb and boss key skip again.
Yeah, and also it also means using extra bombs which you really need and you can't afford to waste. So it's kind of a risky strat in a race, but it's like he's going for it.
Yeah, he probably knows he's behind.
Yeah, most definitely.
Then a hook shot right next to Naburu, which pushes him through the wall and out of bounds. Sundari, it looks like Sundari is pretty far ahead, but the reality of this category is that there are so many things in the late game that can lose you minutes, and so this, Shawn can still have a comeback here if Sundari has bad luck or mistake.
Yeah, it's very easy to lose a lot of time in this category to very small mistakes. Even just getting bad luck against like Stalfos, for example, can screw you.
Shawn getting a double. Sundari is going to make his way to Forest Temple because we need to fire the light arrows. So we need a bow to do that. You had a forest earlier on in the run.
Yeah.
You can warp here and get it.
In order to fire light arrows, you actually need a quiver. it's the bow actually isn't actually just what you get as part of that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But we do need some form of quiver or something in our quiver slot in order to fire arrows. And because you can't use manipulation to get one, you have to go through this whole process of getting the bow to get a legit quiver.
Sundari getting a little bit of hit from that skull. I forget if that actual enemy is called a Skulltula.
That is a sculpture, yeah. Those are called sculptures, and then the ones on the walls are walltulas or wall sculptures, or I don't know, something like that.
I'm getting ready to finish up. Twin Rova says Twin Rova's second phase.
Okay, that was close. He missed a step there, but luckily enough time to get that one in before a time run out. That Twin Rova cycle there is on a timer, where a lot of bosses have like stun timers where you can stun them off them if you time your stabs well enough. That one's actually just based on as soon as she hits the ground, she's on a timer and she's doing a good amount of damage before she gets up. So you can, in theory, just mash stabs there and still get that one cycle, but it's faster overall by a little bit just to time the stab instead. We see Zendora clear those first lot of Starforce right there. Starforce are pretty cool enemies to fight. They can be a little bit annoying, where they constantly block your shots, but the idea is to bait them into attacking you, so you can get crash stabs off of them.
Sundare's going to do what's called a ledge clip to get past this Song of Time block, where you frame that you grab a ledge, and so that sort of aligns Link to clip through the block. Just totally skip it.
Yeah, we saw one earlier, Michelle Temple. It's got the boss key. Here he's doing a damage boost. Or is it the Mega Jump? It's called, like the actual term for it. Where he does he gets damage off a ledge and then goes have a boost to get a big jump. Get rid of this balcony early. And this skips having to use this skips a key, having to get into this block room. And then here to go doing ground jumps to clip through these blocks. Because one, this block puzzle is very slow, but also he can't move as he wanted to because it requires strength, which he hasn't got. You need at least a Goron bracelet to move these. Oh, okay. We're getting a little bit weird camera angle there. Oh, unfortunate.
Oh no, that
sucks. Okay, so he was a little bit too close to the wall there when he rolled past it, so he grabbed the wall and fell down, which is really bad because you have to do this whole puzzle again.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna be setting a bomb and doing this clip instead.
He could just do the same ground clips he did before, but that would waste bombs instead of just one.
Yeah, it's a pretty good backup strat. It's not used that commonly, mainly used in like challenge runs where you can use explosives or something like that to get through that.
Yeah, he is going to make the race closer.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, he's on there at least. And 8 bombs is more than enough against Tower.
John's finally done with Spirit Temple. His own way to Forest Temple.
Yeah, I'm sure he's glad to be out of there.
I would.
Yeah. And then in that hallway there, Sindure hugged that right wall. That skips 2 Navitex triggers there. The second set of Starforce. So Deku Nuts come in really handy in these fights to stun these guys, because they, when you stun them, they can become really easy to kill. So their soldiers get locked.
Yeah.
Oh, Shawn didn't make the hook shot onto that vine. He's right there at the same time.
At least he didn't get hit by the wall post.
What the hell are you doing?
Oh!
All it was MQ, apparently.
It's a new one.
Oh my god. Alright, so Dero gets his bonies out for a temple. And now he gets to enjoy the 5-minute cutscene when he eventually presses start to get from the screen. He was on that screen for like 5 seconds and didn't do anything.
Zendari has everything he needs in order to beat the game, except light arrows. So, long cutscene, he'll be able to go to Gannis Tower and. Oh, Shawn!
Oh my god, how that stuff don't hit him with that jump slash. He got so lucky there. Nice quick spin though. Very, very swaggy.
It doesn't even have to be. You didn't even have to worry about lag because it's on VC. N64 Stalfos fights can be a nightmare of a lag if you're not careful about manipulating your camera. Ooh, missing the ledge clip first try. But he gets it second try. Not bad.
I said this before, but that ledge clip is a little bit awkward when it comes to timing because it's not often you have to time stuff in this game where it's like you press a button, you have to do a input like 6 frames later, which is the only instance that actually happens to do that ledge clip. It's actually pretty rare to do like that kind of input timing, so it can be a little bit tricky to get used to. Meanwhile, Sindoro is still in lax.
And we'll still be in it for a couple more minutes.
A good 3 minutes or so. I see if Sean's block room goes a bit better than Sindori's did. A little bit close, but he makes it though.
Makes it.
I knew it was happening. I knew it was going to happen. I could see it happening a mile off there.
His health is still fine.
Yeah, luckily he's not like half heart or something like that. Like you got that fairy in the Stalfos room, so he's fine.
How much do Stalfos jump slashes do?
2 hearts.
2 hearts, okay, yeah.
Yeah, normal slash is 1 heart, and then jump slash is 2 hearts.
I thought he was going to jump.
A little bit trolled hit. Okay. Nice bomb.
Oh, okay.
What? Ignore the bomb. I can't ignore the bomb.
It's the first time I've seen someone do that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, ignore the bomb.
Oh god.
Oh, at least he's done with Force Temple.
Yeah, luckily his bomb count is not low enough that single bomb actually matters.
This last that's the 10 to 15 minutes or so VC can gain a lot of time just on lag alone. So because Ganon's Castle is very laggy on N64, so see Shawn have a little bit of an advantage.
Yeah, it's hard to understate just how bad it is in Gan's Tower, or the last like 10 minutes or so of this run is for N64. With Ganondorf, Tower Collapse, and Ganon, it's basically a slideshow for us, and you lose a good, what was it, like 30 seconds or so in lag alone?
It's something like 30 seconds. Tsundere is out of light arrow cuts, and he now has light arrows, and he can make his way to Ganon's Tower. It's the only requirements to cross this bridge is to have the Shadow and Spirit medallions and the light arrows. So that's why in this category we can skip water temples, because the trigger is only the Shadow and Spirit medallions and then light arrow cutscene.
I imagine we'll see Tsundere go for the he's gonna go for this version of Charles Skip for Mega Side Hop instead.
Yeah.
Bomb count's a bit too low to justify Staircase Hover.
Nice.
Really nice.
So
Yeah.
you used Mega Side Hop and Hover Boots in order to, which is flagged as a loading zone for some reason. If you just touch it, then get into the castle.
Yeah, there's like 5 different ways of skipping trials in this game. It's actually ridiculous. You can do it with Mega Side Up like that. You can do a Staircase Hover. You can do Damage Boost. You can clip out. You could even do the old school method, which is go into Spirit Trial and clip out bounds if you're in Armos.
Yeah. He got sort of trolled in that Lizalfo's fight. I mean, didn't let him jump slash where he wanted, so they.
Oh, is the restream not working right now?
No?
I'm seeing in the chat people saying they can't actually see what's happening, so I'm guessing that the streams are down or something. Okay.
It's back.
Okay, good. This happened like 2 weeks ago, and I had to commentate with no one, no on screen.
Just assumed what was going on.
Alright, cool. Thanks, guys. Alright, so far, pretty good tower for Tsundere. No major mess-ups here. The Donofio's a little bit trolly, but he's alright, though. This is where you can really lose time, though, is double knuckles. So, as I said before, Iron Knuckles do 4 damage a hit, and you got like 2 of them at once here. So one hit with these guys will kill him. But luckily, you can set up so you can hit them both at the same time and keep them in sync. The worst thing that can happen in that fight is if they are out of sync in terms of damage, because then you have to manage them individually, and it can be a little bit hectic. You can lose a lot of time to it. As well as bonking. You lose a lot of time to bonking as well. We'll see some doing go for the Hester Impress here. Yep, we will. Okay.
Oh.
Okay, we're impressed.
Really impressed.
Very nice. The hair saves like 4 seconds, but it is cool though.
It's just leaving Lighter cutscene, so now he'll be going to Ganon's tower. A Sleepy Night. IMWW stands for Item Manipulation and Wrong Warp. Item Manipulation is a sort of blanket term that Ocarina of Time speedrunning uses to that allow you to change or otherwise manipulate your inventory or your song count and stuff like that. And so that's banned, and also wrong warping is banned.
Yeah, actually, this is actually the last race that's gonna be done under this category name, because the vote's gonna be ending tomorrow night, I think, or tonight.
Oh yeah, I thought was gonna be the last one, but I guess not.
Oh, Zendora again, bought by Ganondorf. Oh, that's close.
That's why you get.
Yeah. Okay, gets it. Next hit. Didn't get the troll return. It looks down there to reduce lag because this, as you can see right here, the lag is insane. The fact that you even got ISG there is actually kind of a minor miracle.
That was pretty good. So Shawn doing the alternate method of where he does a staircase hover and then backflips onto the wall that way. A bit faster because you don't have to equip and unequip hover boots.
Yeah, the downside is that it uses an extra bomb, or if you give it two bomb staircases, you get 3 bomb staircases, uses 2 extra bombs. So if you look below on bomb count, then it can be a little bit risky to go for. But if you got the bombs for it, then you might as well make use of it. And it takes about, I can't remember, time for like 3 or 4 seconds over Mega Startup, I think. If done fast enough.
Comes Void Warp.
Yeah, so the big danger here for Sindera is getting rock troll, to be called it, where you get hit by a rock as you're grabbing on this ledge, and you get knocked off before you're supposed to. The idea for this is to void out and hit the loading zone at the same time. To basically change your coordinates so that you respawn out of bounds, you can fall to the bottom of the tower. But hopefully he doesn't get any rocks falling him, because that'll be really bad.
Looks like he's good.
Yeah, that one came close, but he was alright though. Luckily it bounced the other way.
He's going to respawn in the room that he entered, but with the coordinates of the top of the tower, which allows him to fall from very high and jump slash.
Oh, did he void out?
Looks like he did.
He went too far and voided. That's really sucks. He's got to kill himself now, I think. No, he gets one more shot. He gets one more shot.
Yeah, he has. That's the other. So he got both advantages of getting the.
Very, very nice. Yeah, so as we were saying, no, again, the hard container is a major safety strat for races, because if he hadn't got the hard container, he would have had to die and respawn there. Which would have been really bad.
Yeah. And
yeah, N64 has to be careful during that void warp, because they enter the other room, then they can actually crash on N64.
That's very sad.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a few times to people. It's really bad. Gets a kiss. Wow, very nice. So he has to be really careful in that corridor, because he was at half a heart, and if any of those rocks hit him, he dies. And he gets back to the top of the tower. But luckily, he was able to avoid them and also get the kiss, which saves a few frames and also makes his run valid. They are sleeping night. Zendure's got about 3 minutes left, and then Shawn's about 3 minutes behind him, roughly. No, less than that, about 2 minutes behind him.
So on VC.
Yeah. So because Shkod's on VC, he hasn't to worry about any lag at all in this area. This is completely lagless. I've a little bit of tower collapse. Oh, gets a return. that was lucky.
Last second equip.
Yeah. Nice bow pull. Okay, very, very clean Ganondorf fight.
Shawn split. Killed Ganondorf. Can you not undo splits if you split?
You can do, I believe.
If you split on the last one.
I think you can, at least.
Oh, maybe he's just not. Unending with one bomb to spare. With one bomb to spare.
Yeah. Yeah, so he gets a super saiyan into the Ganon fight, and as long as he holds R, he can keep his shield up, and this blocks Ganon from knocking the Master Sword out of your hand. Which is very important because the Master Sword, the Master Sword and sticks do the max damage they can do against Ganon, whereas every other weapon does 1 damage. So this turns this first cycle of just firing to 3 hits instead of 10. And makes it a lot shorter. If you fail that, you have to use hookshot or nuts to hit his tail, which is a lot slower.
It takes 10 hits with everything else on this first phase, except Master Sword and Deku Stick. But with them, it only takes 3. So, of the lag in Sundare's fight compared to what Shawn will have to do. You have Shawn, here comes Void Warp again.
Hopefully no rock troll. Looks fine.
Both runners got lucky.
He's good. So that's the big heartbreaker for this category is you get all the way through the run on good pace, get to Void Warp, and then you get hit by a rock and your run's over. It's a real heartbreaker to see. I've seen many people, really good runners lose excellent runs to getting rock trolled, and it never stops hurting. Shawn getting double kiss.
Nice.
It saves time. This super slide, but also just looks cool because you get to kiss Zelda twice. Alright, Sindora gets the last hit on Ganon, which means he's almost done.
Yeah.
So not good. I would say this now. Both these runs will say he's a bad runs for both of them. They both had some really bad sections. Bad luck overall, but it was a pretty cool race, even though I missed like 5 minutes of it in the middle.
Yeah. Considering
the final slash, nice.
What happened to both of them, they had strong endings.
Yeah, they had the end game was pretty good for both of them. It's unfortunate that Narkin got Spirit Hover, but that happens. That's kind of what happens in a race.
GG to Sundari.
Yeah, GG to Sundari. He advances to losers round 6. Which I guess would be the semi-final, I guess, of the losers bracket. So he'll go on to face in the next round, loser 55. Let me check this. Where is it? He's going to be facing the loser of Croxa versus TKC, which is actually happening, I believe, next week sometime.
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday? Okay. I know the organizers are today. I wasn't in potential what time it was though. Was it Tuesday? Let me check.
Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Super slide into Ganon, preserving his Master Sword.
So Shawn unfortunately is knocked out of the tournament, but hopefully he can fix this race out.
Yeah, knowing Shawn, I think he'd want to get this fight over with as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's happy with this race. Like, you just know it. Like, I would be happy with race either if I was him.
But as you can see, the lag is basically non-existent compared to N64.
Yeah, it's insane. It's like night and day. This is one of the big advantages of running on Virtual Console is stuff like this is a lot better, a lot faster. You don't lose a lot of time to lag. You don't worry about lag reduction.
We didn't get the slash.
Yeah, Shawn, no spoilers. Okay, very nice.
Solid fight from Shawn.
Yeah, it's a pretty good fight. Alright. GG, Shawn. That ended up being a pretty close race, considering that he lost a bunch of time early on. So, well played. He played really well in the last... after Spirit Temple, his Forest and Tower were both really good, so... Very well played, Shawn.
That unfortunately means that Shawn is out of this is knocked out of this tournament, but he played really well throughout.
Yeah, he had some really good matches. Made it quite far through the bracket. Unfortunately, the power of Japan is apparently too much. Japan is running a trainer for this tournament so far.
Yeah, exactly. I think are the only Japanese to have been kicked out, or even Neko.
Yeah, Neko, I believe, is no longer in Izzy. He got knocked out. But in the winners brackets, we've got TKC and CMA. So that's 2 out of 4 on the winners who are from Japan, and then Sundarian losers. So JP looking strong right now.
Exactly.
Alright, we're going to see Sundari declined an interview, but we're going to see if Shawn wants to come in and have a chat with us.
He's in the waiting room.
Oh, there we go. Cool.
Hello.
Hey, Shawn. GG, commiserations on being knocked out, unfortunately.
It's alright.
Yeah. So, I know you guys say, but how did you feel about the race overall?
Oh, man. I could have probably played a little bit better.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah.
It's whatever. I woke up pretty early. So that's my excuse, but at the same time, I probably should have practiced for this a little bit better.
Yeah, I really felt for you in the early game when during the damage boost to the cross base. I was dying inside watching it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was hard. That was hard to stop the stomach.
Yeah, having one shoot off for Spirit Harbor, it was just like, oh, this is gonna be rough.
And then I got the camera unlock, and then I just poorly timed my bomb hover.
It happens. So both of you fell spear hover in that race, which actually gave you a chance to catch up, and you actually did make some time back on Cinderay after that.
Yeah.
So I was in Forest actually. You made a lot of time back in Forest because Cinderay actually lost a bunch of time there. So ended up being closer than it could have been.
All I needed was just for him to die to Ganon, and I could have been okay.
I was thinking that very well could happen, and I was just thinking that in the back of my mind the whole time.
It actually could have been closer because Cinderay actually voided during Void Warp, and he got the second jump slash. But if he had missed that second jump slash down the bottom of the tower, he would have actually had to try Void Warp again, and maybe not enough bombs to do Ganon super slide. So you could actually, if he had failed that, you might have had a chance to catch up in that fight. So it could have been really, really close at the end there.
I think I saw Valiant said that he was very close to crashing his game during Void Warp, so that would have been very unfortunate.
Yeah, he landed pretty close to the loading zone, but he had the foresight to not try and side top that close. So when you think about overall, when you like your highlights of the race, low lights, what about in the tournament overall? Now you're knocked out of it. What do you feel about performance in the tournament overall?
I mean, I think for the most part, I played pretty well in the tournament. I think one of my earlier races was a little rough. The race I had with Greg a couple weeks ago was decent, and then I decided I'm going to try and swag on Ganon, and then died.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That sucked.
Oh, that was a good race.
I definitely think failing those damage boosts were probably one of the worst parts of the tournament for me.
It happens. It could have been worse. We've seen people fail that damage boost before in this tournament, and it's gone a lot worse than it did there. So
yeah, at least you didn't die doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, at least you take pride in the fact that you took part in the last races category, as it's called, No Am Run Warp, since it's being renamed like tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, hey, there you go.
GG's.
Let's just hope nobody else watches this run. It's like, man, this is the peak of this category.
Well, it shows, exactly, is expected sometimes. It just shows how brutal it can be.
Yeah.
Getting to round 5 is commendable. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I think that's gonna be it from us. I think so far for this. Unless you want to ask anything else, Judo.
No, I think I'm solid.
All right. Cool. All right. So I think that's gonna be it for now. I believe the next race in this tournament is gonna be winners bracket. Round 4 between Cruxer and TKC, which would be next Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to restream on ZSR or not, but I think we should be going to restream for it, which would be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, and then it would be 3 p.m. BST, 2 p.m. UTC. You know what I'm trying to say. One of those time zones. Time zones are hard these days. So we should tune in for that, and until then, thanks for watching. Thanks for the race, Sean. It was a lot of fun.
Thanks for
to watch. All right, and that'll be it from us. See you guys later.
All right, see you guys later.